Hello and welcome to this Adobe Illustrator training course. My name is Iman and I truly hope you enjoy this tutorial. I hope you like it. In this session, we are going to draw a logo together. The very first thing I'm going to do is go to the layer. I will create a background and give it a color. For example, I applied a gradient that you happen to like. Now you can choose any color you like as the background color. Now I have set the blue color. You are able to apply a different color to it instead. I am going to lock it now. I will come to the shape tool, or excuse me, the rectangle tool. We'll pick the ellipse. I am going to set this stroke color to transparent. The stroke size doesn't matter. I want to select one of the sides of the circle that is in this part. I am going to select it using the direct selection tool. Let me zoom in to see. I'll increase the stroke size slightly so you can see it. So, you have a full view. I am going to select this section using direct selection. The anchor points here and here get selected, or in reality, the side of this segment and this segment get selected. If you are familiar with Blender, we call these points vertices. Okay. For those friends who are interested in learning the Blender software, you can find the complete 0 to 100 tutorial on the channel. Watch. Okay, deleting. Okay, I have my form. I am going to use the Alt key to make a copy of it. I am going to rotate it around. In the previous session we discussed reflect, and today I want to show you how to get more professional with copying. You saw I copied it with Alt and rotated it completely. Now I am going to go ahead and select the rotation tool. I am going to instruct it to create a copy for me at a 90-degree angle. Alright, I made a copy at that degree, and then I came here and copied it at 90 degrees. See? It's copying. Now I am able to. Now if I hold down the Shift key, I can shape this exactly how I want it. Achieved. We have now learned how to use reflect to copy and set the degree. Okay, let's go. These 2 points are currently detached from one another. Let me change my ruler to pixels. After changing it to pixels, while holding down Shift, right on top of each other, they sit. Even with the fact that these 2 points are still technically separate, I will perform a right click and select Join. Now these 2 segments of mine are now joined together, which means they are not separate anymore. With Length tool, I am able to make my path much smoother now. Okay, I have arrived at a path using the ellipse tool or the square shape tool, which we have been working with during this session, and all sides are the same size. A polygon. Fine. Now I want to give a stroke or blend. First of all, I'm going to select a circle. Now the part that is colorless, we give it a color. I come over to the window and select the gradient option. Alright, now I will set the first color. Light. By holding Alt, you can make a copy of it. You are able to apply any color you prefer to it. I will lighten my color using the watercolor palette. I will select reverse so that it becomes inverted. Wow. I am taking my dark colors and the location to the top. I would like it to be even brighter than this. I am going to turn it white and then proceed. Using the eyedropper tool, I will bring it back to the place where we can come back later and change the colors if we decide to do so. Well, I am going to make the circle smaller. I hold down Alt and Shift. I draw another circle and make this one smaller too. Smaller, okay. Well, during the previous session, we used the object blend feature from here. If you have not watched the previous session which taught character creation, go watch it. I don't want to go from here this time. I am going to go into the toolbar. The blend tool is located right there. I double clicked. I will start with the first option, 1 pixel distance for the copy. And the number of copies, for example, I will set 120. This is up to your taste. I created it like this, 120 copies. Well, I go to the effects section. Transform. I will choose the Roughen option. Okay, now using the detail and size settings. I can also smooth it out so it becomes soft. You can reach the form you want. To achieve, look, if it is set to this, it becomes flat. Here it becomes soft. Now smoothing it is better. I have a better man. Okay. To him, reach the habits, guys. Everything is based on personal taste, so please do not follow my habits. Try it yourself to learn more. And then reach it in the way that suits your own taste, okay? Well, now I want this woven part to appear, or perhaps the font that Mr. Esika created. I will select both of them right here from the blend section. I will click on replace spin. Saw it. Now you want it reversed. Back to the blend section. I click on the reverse spin option and it reverses. Now you are saying, I want these points to be swapped. Navigate to the object menu, select blend, and click reverse front to back to swap the points. Now I press Ctrl Z. If you do not want this to be seen, select your circle with the direct selection tool and shrink it. Pull it. See, as you wish. Smaller. Now I do not want it smaller. Now let me make it a little bit smaller. I have achieved the desired shape. Now you can place this point here or there. It is entirely up to your taste. Now for this, I will also create a shadow. And actually I will give it a shadow too. One that is colored. Forever. In previous sessions, we worked with Gaussian blur, meaning the effect. We practiced using the Gaussian blur effect. This time, I will come from the other side, actually to reach the feather. You can use this to achieve the level of softness you are looking for. In fact, to achieve the specific shadows you desire. Now I come with, actually, either from this part or the tools, I click send to back or send backward. I move the layer down below. So, I did not use send to back since I am working from below the background layer. I click send backward so that one layer comes down, well, from the window section. And I am going to select Burn Sea. Now, I am going to multiply this layer to make the form better, okay? So, there we go. Now I am going to add a mask right here. I will add 2 gradients. I will hold the Alt key. I have deleted both the black and white ones, and the opacity of one is set to white. I am going to set it to radial and then reverse it. So it flips, meaning the main light is inside. Reverse 2. Now I am going to use the arrange shortcut, which is control bracket. I will bring it lower, or let me move it. I will use this keyboard shortcut. Okay? Here. You can set the color of the form I just created to overlay, soft light, or multiply it, which in my opinion, now, soft light is better. Turn off the eye. Overlay is better. Well, then we see that a little bit. Back in effect. Blur. We said add blur to spread. Oh, that is a good point we reached. Everyone, when you do it again, go ahead and click on this specific layer. This means it hides or disables all your other layers, keeping only the one you are working on active. You select. Then you can either click this arrow or double click to exit that mode. Exit, okay. Now I have reached my form. If you want to work on the colors again, you can adjust your colors as much as you like. Experiment with it to improve the result. Well, I will open the opacity settings again. I will start by lowering the opacity, which I personally feel that soft light works better overall, and you do not even need to reduce the opacity. Okay. I increased the size, changed it to soft light, and achieved the desired color. From the very first sessions up until now, I have mentioned the Save As feature many times, just like we do in Photoshop. There is a specific point in Adobe software that exists, which I unfortunately did not mention during these 3 sessions. First, I apologize for not mentioning it, and now in this session I want to show you. For the Save As feature, just like in all other software, you can use Save As and then simply click OK. In the export, you must definitely make sure that when you go to the export menu, you select JPEG. There is a section right here that is called Use Artboards. What happens if you do not check it? It will show you the exact color that you have set for the demo here. Okay. I always tell you that you should definitely check the Use Artboards box and then click Export. Please go ahead and select the cartoon quality once more, then set your resolution to 300 or any other dimension you might want. Enter it. Then click OK. OK. Once you have clicked OK, it will display only that particular layer here, instead of showing the other layer too. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. And if you happen to be new to my channel, please make sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you never miss any future tutorials. I will see you in the next tutorial. Goodbye for now.